Alright guys, hello and welcome. This is going to be my first video in this series of Dark Souls walkthroughs. There are a few things I want to explain before we get underway with the game. I want to explain my focus of these videos. So, first off, for the sake of the video, I've made multiple characters. They're all knights, so that anything I do with them can be done with any other character class you would pick. They have the slowest roll in the game. They do have a better shield than most other characters, but you can get that from early on, and I'll show you how. On top of that, they've got no magic to worry about, and items are universal. So, whatever I do with this character is going to be able to be done with any other character you play. That said, I wanted to also issue a warning. These videos are going to contain spoilers, quote-unquote. Now, Dark Souls 2, the story is very more told through descriptions and subtle things on the levels, but given the game type, I feel that revealing some of the surprises, some of the traps, some of the tasks you have to overcome count as spoilers. That said, I'd suggest attempting the levels first before referring to the walkthrough I post for it. Alright, so this one is going to take on the very first level of Dark Souls. I'm assuming you get through the Asylum, which I consider the tutorial level. If you can't get through that, I really can't help you. I'm sorry. That said, another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm going to go through the level once, show you a few different places to pick up important items that will help you, and then I'm going to fight the boss 3 times in 3 different methods to show you 3 different ways you can do it. Again, these are ways that any character should be able to tackle the boss. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh well, I can't think of it, so onward. Alright, so there's a bunch of my normal characters, but as you can see I have the 3 characters. I'm going to start with Main Knight. He starts at Firelink Shrine. Going to give you a view of his stats. He's level 8. My other 2 knights are going to be level 9, and they've all leveled up identically. I put 2 points in Vitality and 2 points in Endurance. So, with that said, let's get going. Firelink Shrine is probably the first place you'll get turned around in the game. There are 3 different paths, one going that way, which leads to skeletons, which will essentially kill you. A path here going down, which leads to a place you'll have to come back later, and will also get you killed really quickly. That said, there's this path on the mountain here, which is the one we want to take. Brief note that I don't get why they made the 2 most obvious paths the deadly paths, but the ghosts down below are set to imitate the spirits you'd see in the previous game, Demon Souls. And for me, that was really cool, and they really got me. But, okay, so, moving on. As I said, a few things. Character's got a nice shield, but he's got the slowest roll in the game, which means any rolls I do, you can do. There's absolutely no chance. Now, I'm going to skip on some of the fancier stuff until later levels where I'll assume you guys got your swordplay and stuff down. Things like parrying and backstabbing, I'll go into a little bit, but for the most part I'm going to avoid it. So, And keep going, lure this guy out, away from the fire dude that's up at the top. Alright. His shield's down. Oh. Pretty nifty. So, to backstab, you usually want to lure out their attacks first, and then roll around behind them. And there you go. It's that easy. Obviously it takes some time and to learn all the positioning and how to exactly execute it, but you'll get it. Fire guy, wait, and go up. Parrying. Takes some time to get the timing down again. I wouldn't recommend working on it right now, but it definitely helps out in later games. So, whoop. I took a hit there. Alright, so these guys are done. We're heading right on up. None of these items are really that important. They'll help you a little bit later, but, you know, collect them as you see them. Another big thing to note, I'm not going to go too far into detail going to side paths unless I think it's necessary. There's one more technique I want to teach you guys, which I consider basic, but it'll definitely help make your game better. And that is the kick. It takes some timing to learn. I know I'm not perfect at it. See, I messed up like 3 times, but okay, I'm messing up a lot. But let me get to the top of the staircase, and I'll show you why you want to learn it. Backstab. Watch the low health bars. Locking on helps. Okay, so the kick's important because when you start getting the shieldy guys, no, I'm just messing this up. It'll help you take them out a lot quicker. Alright, so we've made it about halfway through. Okay, maybe not half, but we've made it a pretty decent way through the level. White fog. There's really nothing of note except these little undead guys, which aren't even that tough. Little thing back here, nab it. Alright. So here's where we're gonna get to the bare bones of the level. Dragonfly by, lock on. He's gone. We'll worry about him later. Alright, so we got a little archer guy, a bunch of dudes. Avoid the bolts, kill the dudes, and you'll be winning in no time. Alright. Not doing the best job, but, you know, I'm working on it. I'm coming up for you, jerk. Alright, what I did there is something I want to note. These guys, bowmen, you'll run into. Usually it's safest to put your shield up because bows don't really stop your shield all that well. Or take much stamina, but you can also use little dodges to the left and right to keep moving while dodging their arrows. So, over here is one of the places I wanted to show you. Drink an Estus flask so I don't die and make this a humiliating video. So we've got these guys. Nice big shields, right? Tap on them, usually they'll attack, and you can get a nice combo in. Another option, ooh, he's drinking, stabbing. So, now that I've got that, we have the second option, which is kicking him. Which, as you see, pushes his shield out of the way and makes him easy targeting for you. This is an important spot, which is why I'm going over here. I wouldn't recommend going over here first when you play through, which I'm kind of regretting now that I'm getting to it, but this is a merchant. Don't
Well,
kill
then,
him.
you seem
He
pretty
sells some
uptight
very
yourself.
nice stuff. Mainly the resident key. I'm gonna buy it and
Thank
move
you
on.
kindly.
I'll show you later what it does after we go up the stairs. Alright, so with that detour done, I would suggest first, before going there, to go in here and kindle the bonfire. Hey dude, welcome to my video. Kindling will not set your save point. You have to actually sit and rest. Or lighting the bonfire, not kindling. I don't have enough souls to level, so I'm going to move on at level 8. Actually, for sake of fairness, since I have my other guys at level 9, I'll see if I can get enough souls for level 8. Nope. Okay, so anyway, I'm moving on at level 7. It's fine. There's that little... I wouldn't usually recommend battering against people's shields, but these guys are jerks. We've got those jerks up there throwing fire bombs. Not too bad. This is one of those spots where I'm going to go through quickly, but it's suggested that it's really going to come down to your fighting skills. So stick to the right side of this platform, and you should be able to walk across without a problem. At which point you'll be met by these jerks. Dispatch them relatively quickly. Not too bad, right? Okay, stop number 2 on the side paths is this house. Went for something fancy there, ended up paying for it in health. So, this house has this chest, which gives you 5 black fire bombs. That'll come up later when I get to the boss fight. Hang on to them. Don't spend them. Alright, so now we head up here where there's an ambush waiting. 3 guys. If we stop on the stairs, we can lure them out one by one, which will make this fight a whole lot easier. Alright. Ooh. I just parried there. You'll get that down later, hopefully. And I did it again. You can just hack them up, though. They're really pretty light. The firebomb guys are up there if you feel the need to go kill them. I don't. For the sake of this video. This is the second stop. This is where the resident key comes in that we bought at the merchant over there. It'll give you access to this little segment, which offers this chest. In it, gold pine resin. That'll come in handy for one of my boss tactics that I prepared. Alright. That guy's actually coming up here, so I'm gonna wait. He usually won't, and in that case, you're kind of on your own. Kick and stab him. Oh, I hit the wall. Watch yourself on those walls. Alright. Quickly chug. A note about chugging your Estus Flask. Archer at the top of the tower, make sure to take them out before pursuing the ones at the bottom. So, that note on your Estus Flask. Try to back off or disengage before using it. There are times during a fight where you just have to. I understand that. But if you can kind of, let me see if I can show you what I mean. Lure this guy out. Okay. So he takes his little stab. I'm back. I have plenty of time to Estus Flask before he's ready to go again. And that's how you want to do it. Alright. And he's done. Lure guys out one by one is going to be one of the best tactics you can learn. Whoop. Oh. No Estus Flask for you. And that's what happens if you try and use Estus Flasks in battle. So, side path here, don't go there. I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe I'll go into that a little later, but not right now. If you're new to Dark Souls, you don't need to be going there. Alright, so this brings me to my next point. Be aware of your surroundings in Dark Souls. They will try and trap you, they will try and trick you. Part of the fun. But also, if you're aware, you're not going to fall into those traps. So, we see a guy, we see a barrel, we see a set of stairs. We can assume what's going to happen. Let's see what we can do. Lure out his trap, run back, and dodge. Nice and easy. Now we have the guy to take care of. Also nice and easy. I seem to have gotten a humanity there. Awesome. Up the stairs. And we are at the boss room. And I guess I'll take you a moment to show you this. Alright, so they got barrows here. You can break. Pretty nice, right? But if we go up here, there's some barrows. There's a crystal lizard. We can kill him. We get a nice little prize before he disappears. There we go. Make sure to lock on or you'll miss a lot of your strikes. Also, if he gets down the stairs, you might have a hard time hitting him. Anyway, so, boss room. Here begins my boss explanation. So, the first one I'm going to tackle is probably the most obvious tactic for this fight, and that's plunge attacking. I'm not perfect at this, so I'm going to go into it. The concept is that by plunge attacking, using gravity to fall on your opponent, you do more damage. Let me show you the setup, because this boss fight is pretty nice. It lets you look at the area and survey before you actually go. There's some little jerk bags up here, so make sure to climb up first before activating the boss. Again, this is going to assume you have the fight skills to beat them. They're really not that bad. You can pretty much just beat your way through them. So, here I'm going to do something. I'm going to get rid of most of my Estus Flasks, because I'm going to assume that when you get into this level, you're only going to have 3 at the very most. If you're new to doing and your battle skills aren't quite there. Plus, if you have to respawn, you usually respawn with only 5. So, at that second bonfire. Here we go. The objective, he's going to climb on over that building. I'm going to get my ass back to that ladder and drop on his head. Let's do this. Oh, there he is. Alright, and here we go. Ooh, close, but no cigar, son. Drop down and make sure to hit attack. Don't just run right for the ladder. Lead him back down the way, so you have time to climb the ladder before he hits you again. So, I was talking about dodging. Lure out his attacks. Throw your dodge right when he starts hitting, and you'll be happy. And we're up the ladder again. So you can guess what I'm gonna do. Oh! Roly, oh my god. And again, I've got the fat rolls, so... I'm gonna lure out another attack by him before I go for the thing. I don't think I'm gonna make this one. Oh, okay, he hit me low, but it wasn't that bad. If you wait too long to do this... Alright. I missed my attacks. He just attacked, so I'm gonna scoop up this. Alright, so lure out his attack again. Come on, buddy. Pay attention to your surroundings, as always. Now we run. He missed me? What I was doing wrong was I was jumping at the end of my things. You just need to walk right off that edge and do your attack. Running. Nice and easy, right? He's more bark than bite. I know you might think I did some fancy rolls here, but I really haven't. So run right. Oh, I got stuck on him. Now I'm doing some fancy rolls. He got me in the back there. I might be... running. There's his attack. I heard it. I gulp another Estus flask. Alright, so right now I'm just kind of luring him out. And right past him. Not the brightest, do you mean? So one more should do it. I missed 2 of my plunge attacks, which kind of lengthened this. I'm sorry about that, guys. But it happens. And there he goes. The next 2 methods I personally think are a little easier, but, you know, you be the judge. It's all based on what you feel comfortable with. So, that done, I'm going to run to the end of this bridge and then switch characters and do the fight again in a different way. And as you can see, I still had 1 Estus flask remaining. So, you should be able to do it on 2 Estus flasks. Maybe you'll miss your rolls a little more, get hit a little more, you have a little leeway. Alright, so, let's go to boss night number 1. This fight, we're going to go toe-to-toe with this guy using gold pine resin. Similarly, like I explained to you about using your flask while your enemy is recovering, use your gold pine resin while he's recovering. This is going to majorly increase your weapon damage, and you'll pretty much tear him up. So, again, I'm going to bring my Estus flasks down to 3. And we're going to go on through and see what for. Start with these guys up here. I used my Estus flask first, so I'm going to be a little more careful about them. Okay. There we go. Minimal damage. Alright. So, we said we're going to use gold pine resin. I suggest you get about halfway down the bridge, and while he's coming over, use it. Alright, so, there he is. Let's do this, toe to toe. We lock on, he uses his jump, we get in and get a strike. Oh, he backed off. We wait, he uses another attack, we get in, get a strike, back off, preferably by rolling, but if you want to get hit, feel free. You can roll between his legs, that's something to keep in mind. Alright. I usually like to get to the backside of him before attacking. Preferably by going between his legs. Use your shield. Oh, it looks like my pine resin got stopped, so my damage went way down. Pine resin up after his attack. Oh no. Alright, so he chunked a little bit of health there. Alright, remember, use that shield. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Watch your ledges. I almost just went off there. That would have been most embarrassing. And there he is, he's done. 2 Estus flasks left, even though I had a bad start. So, to repeat, if you need to Estus flask or use another pine resin, back off. Wait for him to try an attack, and then use it. Take your attacks, and then throw your shield up. Don't take any more than 2 attacks between his attacks, or else you're going to have too low stamina and you're going to take a lot of damage when he breaks your guard. So, that's that. Let's see the third way, which is probably one of my favorites. And in my opinion, the easiest, which is why I saved it for last. Alright. So as I said, all these characters are at level 9, except for the first one who was level 8. 2 points in endurance, 2 points in vitality. Not doing any extra damage. So with this one, those 5 black fire bombs we picked up earlier in the level are going to come into play. We're going to use them to basically kill the monster between his attacks. Alright, so, let's go. Again, 5 flasks. Let's bring that down to 3 to be somewhat realistic. Last one beat him only using 1 flask. Whoop. Okay. He chunked me a little bit, but nothing I'm going to worry about. Let's do this. Same pattern goes as with the gold pine resin. Use it between his attacks. Lure him out, and then hit him with it. So, we have him. Lock on. Let's get him to do something. Firebomb. 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 Alright, so he's almost dead. Whoop. So, I'm going to lure him back for the rest of his health. Oh no. Alright, and take off running. There's one of his attacks. That should give me time to get up here. As you can see, I'm combining tactics a little, but be quick. And with that, I'm just going to finish him off. Done. Didn't even have to use one Estus flask. That's my preferred method. You can also, if you don't want to do the extra run-up, kill those firebomb guys in the level. They'll usually drop a few firebombs, and you can use that to top him off. So, that's all there's to it. That's the first level. I'll be doing another level. You know, I don't think I should end the video here. I'm going to go on to getting to the next bonfire, because this is probably one of the biggest walls people hit. You've taken this whole level, you've got a ton of souls. You're ready to spend them, right? And level up. So, you head on in the level. You're presented with this threatening bridge with tons of people. And the friendly Solaire, who wants to help you with everything. Forever. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to give you dialogue. Talk to him twice. Say yes. And now you have your multiplayer unlocked. Check out Dark Sauce for the video for more information. That said, I'm going to top off my health here. Run out a little bit. Wait till you hear some noise. Whoop, there we go. Get back in. Okay, I took a little damage, but no, it's not that bad. Nice ferocious dragon. Stick to the left side. I think they patched it so you can be wherever you want. Until you get about here, head down these stairs. Don't go forward for all that treasure. Greed will get you nowhere. And down here. Kick the ladder. Ignore the message. And you'll note you are back at the bonfire that you were previously at during the last level. And now that's all there is to it. So, if you liked the video, please feel free to hit like. I hope it helped, because I know one of Yahtzee's biggest complaints in Zero Punctuation was that this game has a big wall to it before you can start enjoying it and pretending to be fantasy Batman. But the game's absolutely worth it once you get past that wall. So, I hope this helps. More videos to come with the next level and beyond. And yeah, if you like what you see, please also feel free to tune into my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Masick, and have a good day.